Manners, respect people. How everybody doing? Everybody good? Oh wait, how come you not get a notification for all of them things here? If you tell the whole world I'm alive. I am live people. Happy birthday month to all the birth month people. Happy birthday. For all the amazing people that are born this month, shout out to Uno and a family and Uno loved ones. Big up on yourself, people. As we proceed. Hope everybody's good. It's getting nice and nice outside. Weather really a nice up. Big up on yourself, people. All right, people. So we are going through the history, past, present, and future, and how things is always gonna be the same if we not change it. Right, people? Now I'm gonna keep on saying some people happy with just the way it is. They don't want no change. They don't want nothing different from how it is for 400, 500 years. But if you want to change people, you have to understand why not change and how to change it. I keep on saying one of the biggest thing is our mindset. We just set a certain way where it's like say we don't know say it can't change. But anything we do it can't change, I just us to decide so we want to change. Put in the effort and work on it. So yesterday we do with me say I never really want to do all of the like the serious stuff them all the time cause me do yesterday me do the brothers or them Lynch the two brother them. Not brothers but they're not biological brothers but them a brother. Right? Or them lie lynch the two little youth them and nothing no come out of it. So I say I never want to do a next live on the same topic. So I'm gonna switch the topic. I'm telling you, people, past, present, and future, we still have to deal with it. And no matter how we think, say, it's in the past, it's present, and it's gonna be in the future too. If we not look upon it and say it need for change. So today is from again, I Never Knew TV. Tell us that this man always have some good reasoning with them guests them. And people always have something positive, uplifting, educating for always talk about. So today it's I Never Knew TV again, and he's talking to um it's spelled Bouabti Fak Fahkara Fahkara. Oh people. I tell you, all of them big words I'm gonna get introduced on these big names and stuff. Them a increase my vocabulary, yes. But them also make me a massive on my tongue. So today is Buab but Buabti Fahkara. Buabati. Bua. Alright, never stop. Never stop people. I'm gonna make them talk about them. Um and this is unlocking spiritual gifts, connecting with the ancestors, and staying safe from evil. Well, at least you can try stay away from evil, because again, evil not no color, just have a form. Right, people? As we proceed, people come tell us that it's I can't stand us and chat all day, but that's not the main objective, right? So let the man speak for himself. We are proceeding, people. We are proceed. We are proceed.
Bouabti, greetings, Bouabti. Thanks for joining us today.
Greetings.
So, please explain why feeling is the greatest spiritual gift a person can have. Why is feeling so important in a person's spiritual development?
Okay. In a very simplistic term, when we have the concept of gut feeling, when everything you do radiate in every part of your being is more important than seeing, because we have the concept that the eyes are the biggest deceiver. So when you see things, it's not necessary what is real, because the eyes can only see something or understand something that is exposed to before. When you are dealing from a spiritual point of view, we're talking about feeling in a spiritual way, is that some years ago, me and somebody did some experiment in terms of he was using just pure clairvoyance, and I was just using sensing and feeling. So when you are clear, seeing something clairvoyance, you can only see it to a certain dimension. After that time, you can't see no deeper. But when you have the ability to both have clairvoyance and sensing and feeling, then it's like a different dimension that you're able to go to, because you can actually go into things. And we have a concept that when you are feeling, you can see exactly what's going on inside a leaf. And if you imagine how a leaf is small, then also from the human point of view of how the divine created us, we have the ability to see in a grain of sand. And you can't see that with the eye so easily. So sensing is the ability to understand things that is not something that you actually can see. but something that is on a different vibration, and vibration is energy. So once you have the ability to have that energy, or open yourself to the energy of the universe, of the ancestors, of the divine, once you have that ability, everything that expresses itself to you, you are capable of understanding the expression. So when you're talking about seeing something, once you see something, is an impression. So the ability for you sensing, feeling, um, and also the next part of this also is where the divine or the ancestor is also expressing to you. And so when they're expressing to you, you have the ability to feel the vibration, and you know, again, sometimes people have this confusion that when you're communicating with spirit is all about voice. Is not really about that, because the ancestors are the divine. They express things to you in a way that you're able to feel it and know. And when it's radiating your whole body, then you know that what they're saying is correct. You don't have to check, because there's just a part of us that have the wisdom inside of us that we know when certain things is happening.
And that's what I said. We have this ability where we know about certain things already. And it doesn't matter what people say, that now go change what we know within ourselves. We just now admit what we know. Because once we start admit what we know, that's why it change. It's gonna change a lot of things. That's why I'm say we have so much more. There's so much more to us that we don't realize. We don't take the time to explore. Plus the confusion and the distraction we always in our way upon a daily basis. Them things that take away from our greatness. As we proceed, people.
Happening. You can stay in Europe and you can sense things that is happening in every part of the world. It depends on what your ancestors sent you to this earth to do. What did they used to do before you? Are you just carrying on the work of your ancestors? And that in a lot of cases, people who are very spiritual, is not just about them. It's about your journey, your reality as what you came to the earth to achieve on behalf of your ancestors. So it's very important that you have the ability to see things not just on a physical level, hear things not just on a physical level also, but the inspiration, the guidance, the fulfillment of pure energy, and understand cycles, rhythm, harmony, disharmony, chaos. All of those things are vibration that express themselves to you. And because we know that your eyes is very limited, then we just have to use more than the eyes to get to where we need to get to.
I heard you once speak about the duty we have towards our ancestors. Can you explain what that duty is?
Okay. For the first concept you want to understand is that we are our ancestors and our ancestors are we. There's
You
not
see? You see, people? Talk about them things already, past, present, and future pretty much is what he's saying. We were here before, we are here now, and we're gonna be here again. And this is why they might try to change everything so much. So they might put in the middleman as AI. What's up, AI? They might put in middleman as AI. And I try erase sweep on the other end. So it's just them and AI. This is why everything is AI driven now. They can't get rid of it, so they might try to replace we. Understand? As we proceed, people.
our ancestors are we. There's not us that separate. The difference is once you're dead, you're growing to be your ancestors. Once you're here, you have the living manifestation of walking the earth and doing the things that you need to do while you're on the earth. There's a two-way cycle going on. Life and death is the same on the same road. You can't have life without death. So you have to understand that your ancestors send you on this mission in life to continue the journey of your ancestors, not just you. You are a small part in this uh, cog of what going on. And so we have this concept all the time about me, I. But which part of you is really I, or me, or you? We can't define that really because we understand that there's so much different ancestors that's vibrating inside of us. And not just ancestors, there are many different entities that is working through us. And we have to understand that we are here for a purpose and a duty and a responsibility to not just our ancestors. There's a divine aspect that is a part of us. There is an earthly aspect that is a part of us. There are many entities that is a part of us. We have deities, genies, divinized energy, and all kind of different from the highest to the lowest. And again, it depends on your ancestry. It depends on what you have done in previous life. So some of us are here to complete the job that we start in another.
People, me, I tell you, you know. I'm telling you, so me talk about them things, you know. Me say, we've been here before. And some of the job them we did start before it not finish. We have to forward again, right? So I said, one of my duty is for me to remember all of this, put all of these things together. I know that's part of my duty now. For sure, so we're all connected, past, present, and future. And it's not gonna change until we change it. That are the key, you know. Whether we want to or not, we can't keep on wasting time. We still have to come back and the job is not gonna be finished. As we proceed, people.
Say, for instance, there's a lot of people who like build bridges and they die and come back and they come back and start on the same project again and they're just carrying on the same work that they used to do before. And when you are in that line of doing the same thing that your ancestor put you back because they know that you are the right person to continue that job because it was your energy or it was the energy that the divine or whoever give you that energy, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding to go forward in that situation. And when you see that, you know we are just carrying on whatever we started before. So life is very simple. And the simplicity of life is that we can't achieve many things on our own. The duality of life and death have to be light, dark and light. All of those things, high and low, is part of who we are. That's how we were created, and we were created in a way so we can manifest in the ancestors' festival or in the world of the dead, you might say, and also we can manifest on the earth. So it's important that we understand, and this concept that we continue having is me, I am so great, I can do this. We can't do nothing with it by ourselves. So we continue having this opinionated situation about ourselves.
People, I'm gonna keep on telling you, it's we, us, we, us. What am I say? We just change one letter, right? From me to we. And that much I show you, we can't do nothing by ourselves. We think we can. That's why I say support is so important, people. Support is so important for us to support each other to make it work better. Jeez, people, as we proceed,
about ourselves. That we feel that we are so good, are so this, are so that, we are nothing. But without the ancestors, without the deities, without the genies, without the ancestors, without everything that exists. And remember, existence didn't start today, and it didn't start through us. We are a part of existence. And so we have to accept that we don't know as much as we think we are. And we have to honor our ancestors and honor the four elements, honor the earth, honor everything that exists before us and everything that is going to exist.
after us. I wonder if you don't know where I go on, people. It's so important for them things, It's so important, people, for us to understand who we are, what we're supposed to be doing, where we're going as we proceed, people. Come and tell us that when people have more sense than you talk, we're supposed to listen. And we're supposed to know the difference between somebody with sense and one idiot. That's why I'm start delete them channel from my feed, because it's good to listen to entertainment, but it's not good to listen to all entertainment. Because pretty much that's what it is. All it is just entertainment. It's not educational. It's not it's not beneficial in the long run. Which means it's good for today, but it's not good for tomorrow. It's not good for coming years for your kids. So this woman, me just stress the fact say it's the power we know. It's on us. It's within us for us to do it. As we proceed, people.
That is going to exist after us also.
Is beating children a form of self hate?
I think a lot of us who have been through slavery, um, we get fed at the same ideology of and we find it very difficult to get out of our system. It's a barbaric behavior. It's not natural. You can't say you love somebody and you're beating them at the same time.
Okay, fine. Okay, look, I've been in that situation and I said it before, right? You can't love somebody and hurt them. That's what it comes down to, hurting them. Again, discipline. There's a difference between you abuse, you pitney them, and you discipline them. I mean, if you get upset with your husband or boyfriend or whoever it is, and you just go and go beat your pitney them just because you're upset at him, that's not discipline. That's revenge. You have to take out your revenge, and that me talk about it, right? Some people hurt people want revenge, so this is the same situation. But me say there's a difference between abusing your kid and disciplining your kid, right? Me tell you, say enough people, myself, all of we grew up on beating. There's not a lot of kids who grew up and never get them beaten. But it's never beating, it was always discipline. Yes, me get some extra beating, yes, because them say, well, me I beat you today for tomorrow and the day after because we know you. But discipline, I agree with discipline. Me not agree with abuse. There's a difference. as we proceed.
somebody and you're beating them at the same time. I see that in relationship where some man beat their wife when they feel like it, and the next minute they are making love to them. I don't see how that really work.
Okay, and I talk about the lady on Facebook one time. I say, if our boyfriend no beat her, that means say him no love her. Oh, people, that woman they get roast. That woman they get barbecue. The people then tell her, you need some help. And when you see the woman, right, you can't tell say she not really that smart. Just by how she put her sentence together, right? She a cuss off the people, them and I tell them say, oh, him love her and me not believe that. That me say, if a woman want a man for deal with, right, we beat her up, no look for me. Go, there's many people, many man out there will do that. But me not in them things there, right? And it's true, some woman feel them ways there. As we proceed, people, I mean, them have psychological problem, yes, but that's how them feel.
So to me, I don't think I've slapped my children more than a couple of times, and I have to say it's my fault for the emotion that I have that I do it. But in general, I don't really. It wasn't something that I really practice a lot, and I know that as a human being, we are still becoming, and because of the advent of what has passed through, what we have gone through, we still have a lot of things inside of us, emotions, psychological damage in us as African people, and we don't know who we are.
I'm gonna talk about that too. We have we head full of gasoline. Ah, we head full of gasoline. And all we need is just one match and the whole place. That's one thing we know about we people. But but tell us say it's the simplest little thing. Everything are going nice, and then just one person accidentally step on somebody's foot. And the whole thing turn in a 30 people get boxed up. You have the what they call it, the Makai and the next one where them used to fight with. These two family people in a history they used to war. And that's how it become. One little accident will just explode upon each other. For no for, I mean, I say it's for no reason, but we use that as a reason to do it. That's why I say self-control, self-control. But just because you have self-control, it doesn't mean that the next person have self-control. Because you might not want to escalate and them want to escalate in the fact where it turn into a war. That's where the deep breath comes in. We have to take a deep breath more often. Oh yeah, by the way, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. As we proceed, people.
Psychological damage in us as African people, and we don't know who we are or where we come from or what we're supposed to do. We don't know our bloodline. We don't know our ancestry. We don't know which country in Africa, because a lot of in ancient time, the borders that they have in Africa now is not really a proper border. So when they say you're Nigerian, you're Ghanaian, from Ouagadougou, Togo, whatever.
Now, every Canadian.
And that's one of the thing, people. That's why I say we are African overall. Why do we have to split it up and say you come from Ghana, you come from? I'm telling you, say look, we're all the same, just in similar situation, right? We're all the same, just in similar situation. We're all Africans. we're African descendant. That's how I look at it. But again, we have like so much racism within us. Brown people don't like dark people don't like brown people. Like all of them things that me never really look upon it and say me I go hate a person because them browner than me or something like that. That is so, it's so stupid because that's how them judge we. Them judge we just by we skin, not by we talent, not by we content. So why should we do it to each other? And what we get out of it? Self gratification. Say you more clear than the next person. We don't necessarily say that one of the psychological problem we have. It don't make no sense. Me I hate you because you're brown army.
Google, Togo, or whatever. This is what the European imposed on us. And, imagine the scar that you have to think about. The term motherfucker is a term that they was forcing men that they used to, when they had a breeding farm, men was actually sleeping with their own mother. Imagine that trauma and that trauma.
Yes, and even then I know I'm telling you, say them have me they don't want to do a highlight on it with mothers and son relationship because that's one of the things them that they say once you give the kids the go ahead to rule the household, that's a dangerous thing, right? So when me hear that term there for a long time, me I say, who come up with this term? Like, I'm telling you, oh, you put two words together, right? Some two words is not supposed to go together, right? And that me I try show you how we not think about the things where we learn, highlight, research certain things. And I tell you, I'm always wonder about that word there, you know. We don't come up with that word there. How you can put them two words there together? As we proceed, people.
Is not something that you're going to get away with even one generation. That's so deep rooted. That is going to stain your character, stain your ancestor for a long time. Remember, imagine also how much people also kill themselves rather than going through this torture. Some people didn't even get on the boat, they refused. They said, kill me here. And all of those things happen. So in our history, in the past history, we're not talking about vilifying anybody or hating anybody.
And at that, me say, that's what I said though. Me not vilify nobody, me not hate nobody. I am just saying, this is the history. And if we change it, this is what we have to do to change it. So just because me say that me I hate somebody, we are just talking about our history and of a fixed history. If somebody take offense to what we are doing, obviously I one of them. Because we are not supposed to accomplish nothing. Our greatness, great more is not supposed to be highlighted. But at the same thing, when they take and put in a museum, why are they highlighting the same thing? In the museum, right? Where they get from we, but we not get no highlight. That makes sense? But tell us, if we take out all of them sitting there out of the museum, what would I call a museum? One all empty house. Me not have to hate people. I tell you, say that's a strong word. It's supposed to be a blasphemy word. I despise things that people do, but I can't hate them because I have to hate myself first. Enough of us already have self-hate. Don't have the gasoline, just need a matches. As we proceed, people.
We are just stating the facts of what happened. And
Exactly.
the facts are we have gone through a long time because we are still very confused. A lot of us as African people, we don't know our root, we don't know our foundation, we don't know our ancestry. We have lose so much and still losing so much. And yet still that bring confusion, disharmony, upset, anger, fear. All these things is in our blood. Now we understand that when you kill an animal, if the animal is stressed, the blood is stressed. So it's the same thing that is going on with us generation after generation, where people call it generational trauma, generational curse, or whatever. But we have to find a way.
And that are one of the thing, people. We are not cursed people. We curse ourselves every day. But I know like say, um, God make we and say, okay, these are the cursed people. So we're not cursed. How can we be like that? May I try show you? That absolutely no make no sense. Why would God make something where God hate to make it curse or make it witchify or evil or whatever you want to call it? This great amazing being, right? Decide to say, okay, all right, you know what? I'm gonna make some good and I'm gonna make some bad. No, he make us with free will and we decide to be bad. So we are not cursed people and we curse each other every day. That are one of the things we confirm over and over, con. But we curse each other every day. What me say? Just give me what I ask for. And that one can't do. Just give me what I ask for. Nothing more than what I ask for. It's not like so somehow we don't know who we is, you know. Some of us do know who we are. A lot of us know who we are. But you see, because the people then beside us is so confused, and you have to tell them the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. As we proceed, people.
But we have to find a way to grow our quality, to improve on ourselves, to be in harmony with the earth and everything around us. And if you understand, there is a purpose and a reason for everything that go on in life. We just don't find the true understanding of why all these things happen. All we know that human beings are very barbaric and they're still barbaric.
Some human beings are very barbaric. Some human beings are barbaric. And then barbaric because they want to be. There's no switch in a way where you can switch it to yourself to make you this and make you that. Some people like that. Some people are drawn to evil because they're evil people. Some people. As we proceed, people.
And they have big egos, big ambition. And this ego and this ambition is not about what is going on with other people, it's going on within a lot of us.
And that's what I said. It's always within. It's always within, you know. It's within us to be great. It's within us to be horrible. It's within us to be better humans. But me tell you say certain things that then keep on shoving on us. What we don't want. What me say, ask for it. Anything else we don't need. As we proceed, people.
What is going on with other people is going on within a lot of us. And so the worst kind of atrocity that's happened in the world happened to all kind of people. They wipe out people on continents. And we as African people is lucky to be alive because in reality, what have they have done to us? We shouldn't still be walking there.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about that yesterday. I spoke about that yesterday. I said, just imagine if we never saw enough, we would all be on some reservoir somewhere. Canadian Indian them, the American Indian them have them shack up in a some little desolate spot where them have to fend for themselves. And them me talk about it in when them jam them up in a one area, right? Them not have no rights. Pure bad man and gunman and them people they go bad up the people them. Pure outlaw and thing go they so go live amongst them. And what them do after? Them hire the mercenaries, them hire the deputy them figure box them up. These people are going all right through history. That's why I say we are one of a kind. We're the most watched, we're the most hated, we're the most despised. But we bring so much to the table. But all of the stuff we bring to the table, them not gonna admit that. Because if them admit that, remember, we're not human, no dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans allowed. But everything from the free labor where them build up everything with. All them people are so like they like say them brain doesn't exist. Like them headless for real. It's just below the shoulder, nothing above the shoulder. Because owner can look on this, do the things that the things them wanna do. Say owner a human, do the things them wanna do, and say owner earn it. Do the things them wanna do, and think say owner deserve it. Do the things them wanna do and say owner worship God. Which God? And think say owner deserve it. Do the things them wanna. Which God? I couldn't the God where create the universe and give us unlimited ability. Can which party say he make uno fi wipe out one whole race? Not just one race, every race uno come in contact with. It's for no duty fi conquer. I mean I talk about actually conquer, without deceit, without the lies, the criminal activities, and then hide behind a color for no don't represent. Uno hide behind a color uno don't represent. The very fact say uno call yourself KKK and you have to wear a mask over on your head. Uno no see say the mask when you wear white. The mask you guys wear is white, but there's nothing pure. Me say the irony of them people here. Uno wear something, uno not. Uno don't represent. Absolutely not. So me look on them things and me actually think about them things and me say, them people here, them really have some psychological problem. Them have some psychological problem. Because if you can do the things them way you do and find some way If you live with yourself after you do so much evil, that's our psychological problem. That's sick. And I need psychiatrist help. I'm not sick. And that's the problem. I'm not sick, but I'm not admit I'm not sick. As we proceed,
They have done to us, we shouldn't still be walking the earth. But the reality is, we are an ancient people with ancient blood who understand the rhythm and the cycle of the universe. And we are in harmony when we are in nature and we live outside of these environments. When we are in harmony with nature, we are in harmony with the whole universe and the cycles. And that people can understand why African people can dance so much and have so much musical ability. And that is because we are in harmony with everything that is in the universe. We are surely a part of the universe.
and that are the balance. That's the people. I'm telling you, yesterday I talk about spirituality, and you have to be spiritual on a high level for understand them things. Yeah. I tell you, so I love plant on my balcony winter time and all of them things there. Because Jamaica instead of me dress up, me I dig up ground and a plant this and a plant that. You know, one country where people live every day and them would even drop one seed. And at the same people say them hungry. So when you're harmonious, you're more in tune with nature. And that much I show you said the people them want to do certain things, them have them they're not balanced, them off balance, something wrong with them. All of them things I know people is because we don't pay attention to nothing. Entertainment is nothing because once you laugh you forget the joke. And then you look something else to entertain you. But once you have knowledge, wisdom, that balance you, and then you can find entertainment in anything. Because just for listening to these people is so refreshing to me. More than me I listen to a person and him say, she say, and them do this and where them do like them things. It's so tiring when you listen to them same thing there. There's no calm, there's no learning, there's no growth. And when you gravitate to them things here, it doesn't make you any better. Just make you sick a certain way and now get better. As we proceed, people.
And I don't know what other people are or are not, and I'm not going to say anything that I don't know or understand. But what I can say is that African people have the most harmony with the universe, with themselves, when they are allowed to be in harmony. And we can see what happened in the Pharaonic age when the understanding that they have, um, we can see how we can flourish. And even in this modern world, the societies know of our capability and they're fearful of what we can turn out to be. Because
And you see? Oh, people. I got them fear, for us to be unlimited. That are the fear, for us to be unlimited. Because if we are unlimited, what do we need? Definitely not money. We don't need money. That's the fear, But I said the more we money, 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 them love that. Them love the fact that the only thing we can talk about is Gucci this and Gucci that and name brand this and name brand that. Because when we talk about them things that we just influence each other to go buy it. We're just influence each other to go and buy them things there. And when we buy them things there, we are support for the machine. And for the machine, money is going towards making bigger machine. The people them spend how much money to go space, right? Them have people stuck up there. Then them have to spend how much money to go for them again. Wanna see them things there? I wonder if you wanna see really what go on. I wanna just want party and entertainment. Party and bullshit, you know. As we proceed, people, come tell us my whole life, me always feel a certain way. I always have certain things within me. Again, me tell you, just like everybody else, me get influence, but me never lose myself in influence. Me never have to bleach my face. Me never have to do certain things for me lose myself. Remember one brother did have this car and the license plate say Afimi, right? I think it was a Grand Am Pontiac, one white one. And this man was the talk of the town, everything. And this man used to keep some party and something. So when this man a drop out, and the people then go in funeral and they read what him write before him dead. Jesus, and so much people run out of the church. Tell you that a one lesson I learn, you know. Don't watch what other people have because you don't know how them get it. Me happy for them when they get what them get, but for me to say me want that or that a for me or whatever it is, not knowing how them get it, it's a sin. I'm telling you certain things when I go through my life, I didn't know some did there before, and certain principle when I did have in myself from before, I find them exactly when I find them within myself. That's why it's so important for me learn all of them things here. So it won't be so difficult the next lifetime. Because the man said, some of the job that we're doing before we pass off, we have to come and finish those jobs. I'm going to tell you, say, freedom of the mind, that's what the 12 colors free me. So how would I want to inch up a person when 12 colors free me? So this is why I'm talk about certain things. I educate people, just like how my mom educate me. So I'm going to say, full up yourself for yourself. Gain your own knowledge. Learn about it. So when you talk about this information, you know the information, all of them stuff here is gonna eventually be part of me. All of these stuff. My balance color is blue anyways. So when we learn these and write them down and organize everything, that's my duty. It's our duty to honor our ancestors. The greatest spiritual gift is feelings. And I said we are the most emotional people on the planet. But we must learn how to control our emotions. Breathe in, breathe out. As we proceed, people.
There is no realm of people that have so much ability. Everything that we put our mind and our attitude and
That's why I say. That's why if you look at my logo, you know, at 12 fingers holding the universe. Well, it's the world, but it's supposed to be the universe. The way I have it designed in my mind, that's not how. Well, you see, time you try to when you try to put your image in somebody else's mind, if them don't have the ability to reciprocate it, it's not gonna be the way it is in your mind. Because the way it is in my mind, that's why I'm saying I have so much logos to be created, but make no sense me create them and they're not created the way they are in my mind. I'm gonna ask people to see if them can improve on my logo, and enough people say, well, it's impossible. Well, not impossible, but it's gonna cost me too much for them redesign the Be Unlimited logo. But it's 12 fingers balancing each other. And with your mind, when you add your mind to your hands, the creativity that we have is really unlimited. That's why I say we have everything already for be great, But because we feel say only one person is supposed to be great, we don't see greatness in each other. We put up a barrier between each other. But me say, throughout our history, we did have to always more. We did always have to work as a team. Underground railroad, we have to work as a team. Everything what we did do in the past was always teamwork. But now we become great. We have to have one of the biggest house pan the block. 500 car where we can't drive two at one time. We become selfish in a way that it's not us or we, it's just me. But myself, we have everything. And me prove to myself over and over. I tell you time, I write up the stuff them, figure a quote on them things there. And me write them up in a me crab tour run down the gully and writing. But that's still my thoughts. I put my company together, right? And I say you can't do nothing unless you have support. Or until I sell my company to somebody else and they make billions of dollars off of it. And I say, and the same people them wanna support me, I go in the store go buy it. The same people them that don't support me, as long as it's not in my hand, it's worth something. But if it's in my hands, it's worth nothing. But you know the conversation we have this morning. People just feel say them will help you out, so them should dictate where them help you with. So if a $5, right? You charge $5, them will give you $2, and then you have to go make up the rest. That a for them help, and at that if you accept. I'm say I'm okay. I am okay. Anything when me ask her, if you no can give me that, me no want nothing. Mr. Pink, Mr. Pink, we don't want it. We don't want it. Anything what we don't want to keep. We don't want it. If we can't get what we want, we don't want it. We just want what we want, what we deserve. Because everything we have already. As we proceed, people.
That we put our mind and our attitude and everything to, we flourish. So therefore, there is a disinformation going on about African people. There is a way of holding us back because they know everything that we put our heart, our mind, our spirit, and soul into, we will succeed. And it's as simple as that.
So, is the knife violence in the UK caused by self-hate,
No, it's not.
social,
It's not.
political, or economic factors?
It's a lot of different factors. When you have a people that feel like fish out of water, that people can tell you that you're this or you're that. And we ourselves, as black men, is one of the world's culprit of this because we don't grow our family. We are not part of our family. There are so many young black women who have to work and grow up the family while the man is just playing a fool and going on and thinking that they are God and King, and the whole of their life is just about trying to have as much partners as possible, having a lot of children that they can't look after, not being there in the home for their family, not being a man, but doing everything that is causing destabilization and disharmony. Now, if you understand the cycle of life, that we live and we will die, no matter what happens, those are the consequences of life. And if you sleep with a woman and bring life into this world, and then you leave that child and that woman to be on their own, what you think is going to happen? How are they going to have the information about reality of life? How are they going to be able to understand what it is to be a father, what it is to be a mother, what it is to be in harmony with yourself and the earth and your environment? If you don't have that in you as an individual, it's a pointless exercise that having children and then leave them to stray, to be on their own, to be like feral cats.
If you're sick and tired of being broke,
or be a feral cat. If you're sick and tired of being a feral cat. People, what me telling said that's part of the psychological problem that we have, because again, if we in a slavery and them have we a breed up each other, right? The man said it's gonna have a psychological problem with us. And someone feels that that's their duty. If you have 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, 10 baby mother. Me and personally, I didn't understand that. Why you have to have so much baby mother? And one man say him have 22 kids and him have I think 10 baby mother. 22 kids and 10 baby mother. Or some crazy stuff like that. And this a man I tell everybody. He not see nothing wrong with that, because in our past that's how it was. Them just bring you out of one cage and say 5, 6 woman there. And then them fling you back into the cage and you see your pitney them a walk about and you can't do nothing about it. The father yesterday with them son them, when them get lynched, the mother then couldn't do nothing about it. How devastating that is. Psychological damage. And we still are carry them things that we do. Both we're not perfect people. Make it even worse. As we proceed, people.
Leave them to stray, to be on their own, to be like feral cats. That all they're doing is copying the worst of society and not lifting themselves up. And there's no one to lift them up. How do we expect them to understand the simplicity of life? How are they gonna, if you don't have a father, if you don't have a mother, and if you have nobody, and it's the state that is growing you up? How many people has the state really grown up properly? How much people can say that I grew in our home and life was good? I know many people who grow in homes and life wasn't happening good to them. The people who are supposed to look after them is the people who instill the most disharmony and all these sort of negative things that they do.
And that is it, people. Cause when them come there, I not feed them picnic. So them not have to treat that they picnic with the same love. They're getting paid. And when I say when I grew up and people talk about getting paid, right? Them work according to what they're getting paid. You tell me I get $5 is a $5 job, them I do. And it doesn't change people. That not changing. And I like say them I work for get the experience. Them just look on it, them I work for get pay. Meanwhile, I always I work for get the experience to get better. And then when I get better, or even when you get better, them I tell you say, oh, we can't pay you. As we proceed, people.
So our community is in a bad place because we don't know who we are. We don't know what we are supposed to do. We don't get no help. The society see young black men as a threat for whatever reason, and they find all kind of ways of making sure they are in a position where there's no peace in their young life, there's no harmony, there's no balance, and they don't know where they're coming from, and they don't know where they're going. And then you have the vipers in society that is just using their energy for many enterprise and causing more harm and pain.
You see? Because not everybody cares about us like how we care about ourselves. Of the people, them, their main objective is to make money. Them are people, sadistic people, the only thing what them want to do is hurt us. Them are people who think that for them family are the hunger family. Them are people who think that them are the hunger human. That's why they can act inhumane. All of these things is so important to our existence. Do we care enough? As we proceed,
And pain in the young black youth. So there's a whole lot of things that is going on that cause that problem. It's not a simple problem.
What can one do to better discern if a physical ailment is really a physical ailment or a spiritual ailment manifesting in the physical?
It can be both. Um, you can have a sickness that is caused by energetically, and that means it didn't really started in the physical. It can be you by you not um, doing what you're supposed to do in life, and you're doing everything that is against the principle of yourself, the principle of your ancestor, the principle of the divine that is around you. All of those things can cause. If you are sent on this mission in life to create certain thing, to do certain thing, and you don't do none of them, and you are walking on the technically the wrong side of the street, then you will have certain illness. That I think a lot of illness can be in the blood. So when we talk about illness that is in the blood, sometimes where did it start? How did it start? So sometimes it can be energetically. Sometimes it could be down to diet. Sometimes it could be down to food. Sometimes it could be alcohol, drugs, all kind of things that can induce disharmony in the body. When the body is not in harmony with itself, any kind of things can happen. And then we have what we know is spiritual attacks that happen to people, and those are basically spiritual. And then those things can lead to stress. They can lead to all kind of illness where the body can't function. You can't sleep. and you can't eat properly, and all of those things manifest in your physical body and become a greater illness than it's supposed to be.
We live in a world where pleasure and profit are the only goals for many. How does greed and being a pleasure seeker disrupt one's peace and spiritual growth?
Well, the two is not compatible. Spiritual peace, and you know, a lot of us as black men, we love sex so much that we don't care who we have sex with. We don't.
Some people, what me say? Some, not all. Because when you say all, that means 99.99% feel away there. I'm definitely me not feel away they say it's my duty to sleep with 100,000 woman. My duty to sleep with 100,000 woman? No. I'm gonna tell you say it's a stigma where people put on we, you know. So the only thing we want to do is sex, sex, sex. You know what I say? Most of the time, we meet woman on my business me I talk about. Most of the time. Buy a sauce. Buy two sauce. Some of them do. Some of them do. But my main objective is my business. You see, once my business is up and running, yeah, then we can talk about that. Then we can talk about it. Never say I'm gonna sleep with nobody, no. I say I'm gonna talk about it as we proceed.
So much that we don't care who we have sex with. We don't take the time to choose and think that there's a balance in life, that you have to be harmonizing yourself with the universe, with the ancestor, whatever. If you just see a woman and as you see a woman, you want to have sex with her, and there is no consideration of what you're doing, is it right or is it wrong? Is your ego is so big?
Yes, come talk about that too. My man just say, yo, it's not even, it's not, nobody never asked him. Say, yo, I'm sleep with that girl there now. Okay. There's nothing to it. It has no meaning. Just for my same time, I'm gonna go dance, I'm gonna get drunk, I know have the kids, right? That high one I have the kids on. In your daily life, and I'm not gonna have that high. So I'm not gonna hate the kids. Because the kids, when I did that high, that's when I don't have the kids. Once you have the kids about a relationship, there's a difference. A relationship leads to marriage. It tells you everything about you is good enough people. We're the most married people, right? 70% we did there when it comes to marriage rate. And now it dropped down to what? 50%? Or probably even lower than that. As we proceed, people.
That you feel that you are the greatest lover in the world, and that every woman that you see must desire you.
Salary
People, me tell you, say that's some ego. If you think that every woman in the world wants you, and you're not rich, apparently, if you're not rich, the richer you are, the more desirable you are. People, me telling you, say it's become a madness, you know. It just becomes so, make no sense. But them say, yes, man, it makes sense. Well, convince you say it makes sense. And if it makes sense to we, it must make sense to no people. Just because it makes sense to some people doesn't mean it makes sense to all people. Some people have their own belief, even though it madness. As we proceed, you know.
One that you see must desire you. If you have that concept in your reality, then you are only fooling yourself.
Concept.
Because no matter how good you are as a lover, no matter how strong you are as a man, you will live and you will die. And no matter how much woman you sleep with, are men the reverse. You will not even remember the name of the people that you sleep with. Are you even remember the incident, how it felt? Is it something that was stimulating to you? When you are a pleasure seeker, it's the same thing like drugs. You have high and low. So your desire becomes so strong that you will do anything to have that desire. But the reality is that after that pleasure, then you go very low, and then all you're thinking about is the next person, is the next person. And this is
Yeah, and that's the same thing with TikTok. You just a scroll, you just a scroll, you just a scroll if you see something as interesting as the last interesting stuff. It's not like say you sit down and make yourself comfortable to learn about whatever topic that they're talking about or something like that. So all them are program people to think, taking information. That's why I don't like TikTok, because when you go live on TikTok, your stream don't save. It just save for 2 minutes. Meanwhile, if you're on YouTube, you can there up here for 9 hours, I think. And everything a tape record, you can always download it and whatever. But I'm telling you, say this is the thing that we're not looking at. I'm telling you, I'm supposed to have at least 100 people right now, even though that's all the people on my subscription. I'm saying if I do that, share my program, right? And again, we can't force people to do what they don't want to do. So we will proceed, people, educating us. I make them hug up Jamal, love up Jamal. As we proceed.
is the next person. And this is the same thing like a alcoholic or a drug addict, is the same thing. So people are really addicted to sex, and it's not really pleasure that they're having, because you have things like what we call tantric sex, where people have sex for a long time. People can have sex for 2 3 hours, and no, with no stimulation of any thing that can give you that energy. And it
No Viagra. The man is saying no Viagra, no what the next one name? Cialis. Them have what other one them have? People may never know about them same thing there, you know, cause me don't know what make them same thing they necessary. That them same never make for we anyways. If we eat right, exercise. So all of them drugs they matter about, all of the enhancers, stone, shiny brush, bomb 100, stud. I know all of them seem to come and tell you, so the man them put them in a song, and once them put it in a song, they make it cool, but them not tell you the side effect and none of them thing there. Right? As we proceed, people.
and it's just the energy of the mind, understanding who you are, understanding your body, and using learning how to use your mind to harmonize and bring this into you. So sex and drugs is the same thing. They are in a different spectrum, but the reaction and the behavior and what happened to a person is all the same. So we have to always be mindful and thinking about, and that's the thing about life. When you have no balance in your life, when there's no harmony in your life, when you are not sure who you are, or where you come from, or where you need to go, when there's no connection with the divine energy, when there's no connection with the earth and the elements of the earth, everything that you're doing is just madness. And
Madness, I tell you, madness. Big up all of the married couple them. All of the newly married couple them, me telling you say, look, if you don't need help, you can always call me. Alright? Sassman11 on Instagram. Because I'm telling you, say, I want to know if to be successful in our marriage and in our family affair. We need more family in our culture, like how it was before. So when I say family picnic, it's like the husband, the wife, and the kids. Now the people them put all side chick in our culture and them sinting there to make it all normal for people. Yo, most dangerous race on this earth is us to ourselves. As we proceed,
it's like madness because you just killing yourself, running after things like sex and all of that. And does it make sense? And I know men will sleep with so much women. They can't even remember half of the woman then. They don't even remember the name. I know a man will sleep with woman and meet the woman. I don't even know that they have slept with that person before. Yeah. Yeah.
How did our ancestors work with the elements and the divinities to better?
And that's true. Man call me ask about woman when them sleep with and they never know the woman. I have to tell them, I say, yeah man, you know that woman, the man. You meet her before actually. Yeah, people. I saw it becoming. Coming like a human-less society. We are moved towards, well, once the alien then come in, not the aliens, but the robot then come in. They might call robot he and she already. Imagine that. It, we not call it she and him. It's a it. It's a replica. There's no such thing as a smartphone. It's a cell phone. It's a portable phone. Once you call it smartphone, you give up your smartness to a phone. That's how we think, people. So destructive to our growth. As we proceed,
Our ancestors work with the elements and the divinities to better understand their environment and life.
Okay. So the first thing you have to understanding the divinity and understanding ancestors and life.
Have you ever entered a site that looked
jeez, people. Then I'm watching thing, no commercial and come on, but very rare. I'm saying I have to big up them people and them commercial because at least them will get monetarized. Or them will get paid for them work. I'm not reached at the level there yet. I'm gonna say one and two commercial not bad, but when you see it's all commercial people, I wonder, okay, what's the point in having your program filled with so much commercial? I understand, but still, you have to give you a little bit of breather too. Just a little bit of. We have missed the point because I tell you, with so much commercial, you never remember the program or go on in the program. As we proceed, people.
Life. Your mind have to be, you have come to the earth with certain things. When you come to the earth with certain things, One of the things that a human being always has to understand, everything that manifests on the earth didn't start on the earth. It manifests somewhere else. And so the earth, the ancestor, the divinity, everything, nature expresses itself to human being all the time. Now, whether or not you are in a position to understand that expression is an important factor. So if you understand the expression, you will grow because you will see that this is something, this is a tool that I can use. This is a gift. This is something that is like you're getting a download or an upload from the divine, from the ancestor, from the earth. Everything that created by the divine have the ability to express itself to a human being. Whether or not a human being can read that expression, or they're so confused, I don't understand what it's about. Well, life is plain, life is simple, life is not complicated. We as human beings complicate things because of our desire, our ambition, and we are always thinking about this expression is for me. The earth is expressing, it have no barrier in terms of expressing. The barrier is your perception, whether or not you have the ability to hear what the earth is saying, to see what the earth is saying. And that's why nature is so important. And that's why I try to spend as much time in nature, because you can't learn nothing from living in a city. Everything in the city is man made. So when you need to understand, you have to go where nature is prominent. You need to go by the sea, by the rivers, by the trees. All of those things have the ability to communicate to every human being. Is whether or not your perception is good and you have the ability to understand. And so I spend a lot of time in nature and I can see, I can go in the forest, and as I walk in the forest, the trees start expressing themselves to me. Sometimes they call me and they give me advice and tell me something. They can tell me which tree is suitable for what medicine. They tell me what you shouldn't do with them or what you can do with them. Some trees are healing trees, some trees are not for healing. So we have to understand everything in life is an expression. And if we have the ability to perceive this expression and understand that we have the ability to communicate with everything that is created by the divine. The only thing that we can't communicate is like things like concrete wall,
Obviously. Concrete, concrete head, concrete mind. Them things that we can't communicate with. I'm telling you, how them have the mindset already. You can't communicate with a person with a mindset. Because they don't have their mindset. Can't change that. As we proceed.
all of those things that is created by man. But everything that is created by the divine has an energetic value, and you can communicate with that.
How are people still managing to eat healthy in the UK with the high prices and food crisis taking place?
So the sad thing is, um, everyone should try to be self-sufficient as you can. If you have a little garden, or even in your house, you can grow things that you can eat. You can grow lettuce and all of those things in your house. You can grow tomato, peppers, all of those things in your house. So whether or not we are lazy, or we don't have the temperament, from the age of 6, I start planting plants. By the time I was 8, I was selling chocho in the market. I was selling callaloo. I was making money out of those things. And so it is up to you as an individual to think about what you want to eat. I know in Britain, in England, everybody is addicted to chips. Very few people don't eat chips. I don't know if they put something in the chips or in the aisle or something.
Salt. I thought them put in the chips them salt and more salt. What you mean? Once you're addicted to salt, trust me, you go cook. May I tell you, once you are addicted to salt, man, trust me, your flavor bud is over. As we proceed, people.
People addicted. Because come Friday and holiday day, and most people have chips at least 2 or 3 times a week. And some people have it almost every day. So we have to look and think about our environment. We have to look and think about when we eat things like chicken, how much chemical process a chicken go through. And I see my cousin in Florida, he grow chicken, and he said he's trying to grow them not so, trying to be more organic. But what he showed me and tell me, and I see the chicken is put in a cage with light that stay on all the time. So they are stressed. They give them ammonia to drink, so they're always thirsty. So in three
Ammonia?
weeks, a 3 pound chicken is born. Sorry, 6 weeks, a 3 pound chicken is ready. If they leave them longer, again, my cousin said he had so much chicken in his fridge that he decided that he want to keep them a bit longer. And he said by the time they turned 8 weeks, they couldn't walk.
You saw me lies in a box foot. That means that they gain too much weight, too much fat upon them now. Until they said, yo, all of the food them we eating and the meat stuff them actually we don't see all them people here angle the meat, them angle them meat they know. You know, say if we see all the angle meat, would at least cut down on meat. I'm gonna tell you something, I used to buy vegetables from a certain supermarket. I stop by it because honestly, I don't see how them people that grow it because when I take it to them, they can't regrow it, they not grow again. I don't know what kind of chemical they use to make them grow, but they can't regrow. I'm gonna tell you, say if anything what we eat when it comes to plant based stuff, if it can't regrow, we're not supposed to eat it. So I stop shop at it, then store it, then grocery store it, because them food becomes suspect. As we proceed, people.
He said by the time they turned 8 weeks, they couldn't walk. They're so big that they are fat. That movement wasn't good. So we have the ability to change our attitude, and sometimes it doesn't cost that much more. Again, the problem is how society is going because even things like tomato have human growth hormone in them. You imagine that, and everything, and then the pesticide, the insecticide, all of those things, the quality of the water, all these things is impacting on us. And so therefore, we are moving away from human being organic to so much plastic, so much different thing that is in the human body. We have even plastic in toothpaste, we have plastic in soap, and we use so much plastic bottles. So we are going down a fast way. And that's why human being is trying to create robots. Because after a time, human being won't need human being no more.
People, you see, okay. At least somebody coming and telling you what going on, you know. Somebody's coming along and telling you guys what's popping, and that's what's popping. Hmm. It's weird. Oh, we don't understand our own self-destruction, you know. Isn't that crazy? We don't see how our own self-destruction is. As we proceed here, sir.
Create robots. Because after a time, human being won't need human being no more. You have to be rich to live on the earth in the future. Because everybody want maximum amount of money out of everything, and they don't want to pay out not for anybody. If you look at even in the supermarket in a place like Poundland, now how much does it cost for those machines, and how much does it cost to employ a person? So human being is getting more selfish, more thinking about only themselves, and they don't care. There was a time when there was a human value to other human being. Now it's a dog eat dog world, and if you're not
And it's funny, dog don't even eat dog like that. Trust me. Me never see a dog just a name a dog. So that's one of the things them you know them people come up with it with them saying a dog name your supper. If you left it careless, dog name your supper. So when them just say things out of the blue, people, trust me. As we proceed here, sir. As we proceed.
in a good position, and the system is in a way as you get older and older, then I've heard so much things where people are left in hospital bed, even corridors for a long time. So when we was told that we are barbaric, barbarism hasn't stopped. It's just changed its face and gone into all different ways of doing things. So we have to be very mindful where we are going. And all I can say to every human being, the best thing to do is get into a place that nature is more available, and try not to get in the stay in the city, because the city is not a good place. In There's so much negative things happen, and if you can get out of England and find somewhere else to go, that was even better.
Mhm. How does one protect themselves from being attacked by evil divinities or entities?
All right, you guys, my uncle's been keep.
No, 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 not her. Not her. People. You see, we are spiritual people. You see, once you start practice the evil, of evil thought, once we start hate somebody, that's evil. Not just hate them, but me want to hurt them. Once me see somebody with something and me want it, that's evil. Because it's not mine, right? So if we're spiritual people, we have to accept evil within us. Once we accept evil within in a we, I honestly feel say people can't hurt you with evil. But me say if me not mix up in a them things, how you gonna hurt me with something that me not mix up in? Me say right, if uno can if uno can guarantee say if me come to uno can give me all of the winning 649 number them. Yes, I'm down for that. If uno go say uno go use Obia and make all of the stuff them a bit in the museum, go back to them rightful owner, I'm all for that. If you say you're gonna use Obia and make all of the hungry people them get fed, I'm down for that. But to me, it seems like the only thing people can use Obia to do is to hurt other people. Now me no know what kind of spirituality is in Obia that would make them want to hurt somebody. And that's not the devil. Because how you go say Obia is good, but you I work it to make somebody get injured. How is it good? As we proceed, people.
Evil divinities or entities.
I don't know if we call evil divinities. I don't know about that. Evil spirit. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Demons.
Mm.
Evil demons. Because even though if we're thinking about Set, Set is a divine energy. And he have principle and he have a boundary and limitation. Real evil have no boundary and no limitation. They don't stop anywhere. They do whatever they want to do.
See, that's what that me I talk about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, people. That's exactly what me I talk about. Evil doesn't have a color. Evil is just a form. It's just a form. So this person, right, looks like a human, but if he's evil, that's an evil form. I'm gonna tell you, say, them never ever are gonna stop. They're never ever gonna stop hunt us. It's a lifelong, I don't know if a curse or something. But me say we ignore them until them become a curse. So when people are fight with something that them can't attain. Evil people, that is. As we proceed, people, because I that me say, even not have a color, it just have a shape, a form.
And we see the same quality in many human beings that have no boundary or anywhere to stop. So the only protection that you need in life is the connection between you and your ancestors and the divinities and the elements of the earth. Once you are in harmony with those things, then you don't have to worry about being at.
And I that me say, this you see, that's what I said though, man. Me say if you not mess with where them a mess with, how can where them a mess with hurt you? I me ask that question before now. I say, the only way them people that can't mess with you is unless you are mess with where them a mess with. Alright, somebody a play jacks and somebody a play marble. How them interact? Eh? If somebody a play marble and somebody a play jacks, how them interact? They only interact if the two of them a play jacks or the two of them a play marble. So you know what me I talk about, and I know what you're talking about. No, Obia man, me no, reader man or them same thing there. Come tell them time you listen to them people, me no see nothing different in them other than them a tell you something, or pretty much you don't know already. But me say if them believe in it and it work for them, okay. Good for you. But me still say evil is just evil. Evil don't have a color, it just have a shape. As we proceed,
By these dark forces. Because if you live your life in the right way, you're always going to get the guidance when there's negativity coming. And they will also give you the guidance of what you can do to stop these things from happening. So we don't want to dwell on these things too much, because just putting those ideas inside your mind, inside your head, is negative enough. You know, you just want to be positive. You want to live your life in a very simplistic way. You don't want to get too mixed up in politics or religion or anything like that. Just know that you have ancestors. And as long as you do what you need to do with your ancestors and communicate with them, they will give you the first base of how you can deal with things. And as you get more evolved, then you will have the ability to communicate with higher energy that is going to help you even more. So, you know, all of these things, remember, negativity is your guide, negativity is your teacher. Negative is there to make you become positive. Negative is there to make you grow. It is not the goodness that really grow you. It's the negativeness that comes from every part that is attached to you. When you are not pure in mind, in body, in spirit, and in soul, and you are chaos and disharmony and lifestyle and emotion, all of those things can drag those energy into you. And therefore, you will not succeed as much as you'd like to, because you become your worst enemy. You become the architect of your destruction. You become the person that is causing chaos in your life. And you need to understand when you are the problem, and don't blame everybody or everything else as the problem.
So you said one of the aspects for spiritual protection against these demons would be not being negative, not succumbing to negative thoughts, and not being living a life of chaos.
Yeah, but you also have to understand that these things exist, first of all. And as long as they exist, you have to find a way of knowing when these energies coming around you, and find out the purpose of why they come. Now, that is why good communication with everything is important. Communication is the key with human being. Communication with the planet is important. Communication with food, vegetable, trees, all of those things. When you are at a stage in your life where you can harmonize yourself with these energies, then life becomes more simpler. It doesn't mean to say you can't have things affect you, because somebody can be jealous over you and decide that they want to do something to you because you're growing or you know too much, whatever. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be energies that is there, that is going to give you the guidance and the protection, or whatever you need.
So how can people look to harmonize with themselves and their ancestors and nature, the elements?
The first thing you should consider as a human being, I don't know. I don't know my full purpose. I don't know why I'm walking the earth at this time. What is it I'm here to do? Which ancestors is manifesting in me? And if you start doing little meditation, little relaxation, find something that you can do that is simple, harmonious, whether it is some kind of martial art, yoga, whatever you do, Tai Chi, whatever you can do. Because the body have to be in harmony with the mind, with the spirit, with the soul, with everything around you. And it's only when the harmony is in yourself that you have radiated energy, feeling, sensing, knowing, dream. All of these things are there to help you, to tell you the path that you need to do. And as I say, when you go by the sea, if I'm 2 miles away from the sea, I know. I start getting message from the sea telling me welcome home. So I know that water is me. And so therefore, then if you find out you're getting these signals or signs, then you have to understand, what do I do with it? How do I enrich myself from it? How do I harmonize myself with it? And it's a simple thing of sitting down, relaxing, and open your heart, your mind to the whole universe, to your ancestors. And sooner or later, if you do it enough time, then you will get the communication coming back to you. It's a two-way street. We as human beings can't do much on our own. But when we are enforced or reinforce ourselves with the wisdom of eternity, in the wisdom of the whole universe, if you allow the ability for the whole universe to manifest some aspects of itself into you, then life become more easier and you will start growing.
Self-improvement is a lie you've been sold.
Not to this, not to us, bro. I know, I'm tell you some of them commercial. I mean, not say all them people make commercial because it's not like anybody are gonna listen to them commercial, yeah. And the reason why me usually listen to commercial because I know say the program, the people them will set up the program them, right? I saw them make them dollar. I'm telling you, say if me can turn off the whatever them a chat and watch it, that's what I usually do, right? But them people are come on for all half an hour out of your time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? If you sell something where you know you're not buy. Buy a sauce, people, buy a sauce. As we proceed.
You, then life become more easier and you will start growing.
So on the same note, a lot of people are using sage and Salo Panto and different things to cleanse their space. I've heard you say some of these things aren't effective.
Most of them don't work because first of all, if you want to clean your space, you have to have communication because even the energy in my house and the energy here in the garden where we are is completely different. And you have to be able to perceive or understand or connect with something that's going to give you the right guidance, the right information for that place. So this idea that we have all the time that this whatever we're doing is the right way or the only way is not so. And then also you have the other problem where you use the same thing over and over and over again. After a while, it becomes useless.
Uh, some things, people, some things. He's talking about spirituality on this part. Like, when him say you use like CH and them things there, right? And olive oil. Me say, how comes them people start use olive oil so much? Like say them a promote the sealer. We say out of all of the things them, we not gonna use olive oil. How much Italian people say they love black people? For real. So we're not gonna use something from a people with different spirituality towards uno to do uno healings and stuff. Look, people, me telling say when you live on this earth long enough, right? You hear so much things when don't make no sense, right? You just shake your head and say, yeah. It's just like a dog teaching them dumb tricks. Teaching an old dog dumb tricks. When them see so much tricks, them say, yo, me not no time for that. As we proceed.
Well, it become useless. It don't work again. Right? So you always have to have the ability if you look into the thing and see what is right, what is not right for this situation. So if I'm going to do some spiritual work in somebody else, I sit down and concentrate on the house before I go there, and I would know what to bring or what not to bring. It's as simple as that. And again, you as a human being, we have to consider seek guidance from the ancestors, from the divine, from whatever. Or else, whatever you're doing, if you're just doing it because of ego and ambition, and you think you know, because the more you think you know, is less you realize that you actually know.
So I notice you close your eyes a lot when you speak.
Mm.
Can you go into a bit why you do this or why?
Okay, and for me, even when I'm here talking on my YouTube live, like for me to stay focused, certain times me just the things put my thoughts them together so I can actually see the words them within myself. This is why I do it. So sometimes some people come on my channel and yell me up, and then it take me a while to see them because that's when I open my eyes, right? I'm telling you, say this is not for likes and sensationalism, because I know what sensationalism is and clickbait and them stuff there. Those are the things where the topic 5 minutes after or 3 minutes after, you're not gonna remember what it was about. That's sensationalism and clickbait. But I said that's not what I'm here for. I am here present, past, and future to highlight with greatness, right? And to show that we will be great once we understand who we are. So all the confusion and the negative things, no, me no want, I don't want to be around them. So for me to see certain things, me close my eyes so it's more clear. And sometimes me in that mood, somebody might send me a message or something and it just throw me off of what I was thinking, in my opinion. But as we proceed,
So I notice you close your eyes a lot when you speak.
Mm.
Can you go into a bit why you do this or why this happens?
Because I realize that there's many different energy that is manifesting in each one of us. And when your eyes is open, it's a distraction from connecting. So when I'm speaking not because I necessarily know, but because there's a connection inside of me that enable me to get advice, get wisdom, get knowledge, get the right path from within. So
I'm telling you, from within. Most of my creativity, all of my creativity come from within. My inspiration comes from outside, but all my creativity comes from inside. This is why I'm saying, like, if my guy work, like, I can't left on my cell phone and not touch it, because when it all work, my eyes are closed. They're only open to my task and to my skills, right? Because sometimes people are call me, it's like I'm not there. My body's there. Same thing will happen to the father of what was it? That's the same thing that happens to let me say people. I have to make sure someone know what I talk about. I whisper at me there. So when Ernest Green father did see him body in the back of the pickup truck after them lynch him son. I did see him feeling, me tell you. It's like you're away, you're looking at your body, you're within the body, It's like you have three views. Because them know saying couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing to take revenge for his son. As we proceed, people.
Knowledge, get the right part from within. So I am always looking at it and say, I don't know enough, but I need to know more. And I need
I need to know more.
the connection. So once I have a connection, I know everything is possible. So we have to put ego and ambition aside and don't work on this premise that we know everything. You don't need to out know everything. You need to have the right connection with the right energy. And I don't mean just ancestors. You have to go above ancestors because that's where, and I remember some time ago I was doing something, I can't remember what. And my grandfather was with me and we were talking on all of that. And then I asked him something and he said, no, I can't help you there. He said to me, this is about my level of information that I can give you. But I know you have other energies that is higher than me, that know more than me. And if you communicate with them, they'll give you what you need. So it's as simple as that. There is, you can't just look and draw an energy from one place. One spirit gonna know everything. Um, there are spirit who are expert in one thing, but not expert in another thing. So the four elements is important to understand how they work, um, and what they can do and what they can't do. And if your connection is good, you don't even have to ask for these things. You just think about, I have this problem, I have this situation that I want to deal with, and an entity will manifest, and you will feel straight away whether it's a good or a bad energy. And then you would get instruction from that energy, and they tell you do this way, that way, and it will work.
And to clarify, when you said you're talking to your grandfather, he was in spirit in the world of the dead.
Yeah, my grandfather is one of the first spirit that start talk to me. I didn't know him, and I was doing some automatic writing, and he came through and started talking to me. And he talked to me for about 3, 4 hours. He told me his name. I didn't know his name. He told me his height. He told me what he died of. And and it wasn't even my mother's father, but I phoned my mom and asked, and she said, yes, it's exactly right. And so he's been with me all the time. And so if I need anything from him, I can always ask him. And if he don't know, he tell me, say, I need to ask somebody higher than him or something like that. And so that's how I've been, but again, my life has been a pleasure in terms of spirituality because I didn't have to really work hard for my spirituality. It's something that is on both sides of my family, on my mother's side and on my father's side. My mother's mother have the most brilliant clairvoyance in our district. They call her the Warner woman, and if she send call you, you better come because she have something to tell you. And so she could see and hear and feel everything. And from the age of 5, when I was with her, I started seeing, hearing, and feeling from that age. And then I run away from her. I went to live with my father's mother when I was 6 or 7. And and one of the main things, we used to see too much spirit in the house. You would go to bed at night and you look and you see somebody beside you sitting on the bed. We had toilet outside, latrine we call them. Nobody go to the latrine after it's dark because there's always spirit in the toilet. And so I don't know where I come to that reality, but my uncle, my father's brother, came to look for us, come to look for me, and I decided I'm running away back with him. And somebody caught me on the road, which was probably about 5 miles from my other grandmother. And they asked me where I'm going. I'm saying, no, I'm going to my grandmother. And they take me there. And there was a war between the two families. And my grandmother said she's not sending me back. And then she said to my mother's mother, let us cut him in half and you can have one half. And my grandma,
I heard that speak. Manners and manners respected. Manners respect.
the mother said, no, you keep him. And so she was a herbalist, a healer, and she used to do spiritual work. And so I spent until I was 15 and a half. I stayed with her. Again, she used to see a lot, and she looked after me with medicine and all of that. So when I was, can't remember all the doctors said something was wrong with my stomach and they wanted to operate, and she said, no way. Yes, probably I wouldn't be here today. She said, no, whatever is going on with the stomach, I can fix it.
Mm.
So yes, so in a way, I didn't have to work for my spirituality as hard as some people, because the ancestors dropped me in the right family to do the right things, and so I am very happy with the way my life has gone. So that is the reality of each one of us. If you can find out your purpose soon, it's better for you. I find out my purpose, but I run away from it for a long time. I didn't want nothing to do with it. And my grandmother was the undertaker in our district as well too. I see a lot of dead body when I was young, and that put me off spirituality as well.
Give thanks. Give thanks for your wisdom, Bouabti. Can you let the people know where they can get in touch, how they can get in touch with you if they want some spiritual work or a reading, consultation?
Bouabti.com. Bouabti, Bouabti.com. And you can see my website. We have a lot of products soon to be put on the website, and we will see what happens. But so far, I'm enjoying life. I'm looking forward to whatever life throw at me until the time I'm ready to go and rest with my ancestors. I am pleased with what life has given me so far.
And I hear that, people, right? Spirituality. And that means I'm not believing in all of them obvious thing they no come keep on saying. If you can't make me make $1 million off of what you do, it don't make no sense to me. If you can't work it so we have food and grow, it don't make no sense to me. If you can't work it for make we have good governance, it don't make no sense to me. So when I go run around and I say, me I go do this and me I go do that. In terms of the positive energy where we have within us, it's enough for us to better ourselves. If we want better, if we want better, because we say we are great people, we were born great people, right? Greatness is in all of us, and we, if we access it to ourselves, come together in a unity, because none of we can survive by ourselves. We never did, and we still can't. We used to have groups and them things that when we did, like in the days, them used to have like woman liberation. Me know say that a one group. Them did have like other than NACCP or NAACP. Other than them, they had lots of group in lots of different country. What you call it? Different cities, right? But all of them, to them I Google the Black Panther organization. To them I Google the Black Panther organization, and them don't exist anymore. The the Black Panther Party officially came to an end in 1982. rapidly losing momentum since the crucial albeit tragic year of 1969. Today, the Black Panther Party in its original form does not exist. So may I tell you, so we used to have group like the Black Panther Party. There's many other groups that was black progressive. Um, the 60s when them did have the Black Power movement. That are one one movement. Me tell you, say we did have things, we did have fight for things, but now me tell you, say now we have cell phone and we have this and that. We don't have no reason for these. See, them have them did have the NAACP, them still their own, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, right? Me said them not too good because them on ED Debois, I think them people they did link up, right? So them have the new Black Panther. The new Black Panther Party is an American black nationalist organization found in Dallas, Texas. In 1989, despite its name, the new NBPP is not an official successor to the Black Panther Party, members of the original Black Panther Party. So I'm not telling you, say we used to have organized groups that look out for the empowerment of black people, African people. But the one we see them now, Black Lives Matter, right? And the Black Lives Matter, the people them get rich and run off with the bag of money where them get. So all of them things are people, they used to be there for us. We used to be organized. But I say now we're rich, we don't need organizing anymore. Right? People, and thank you very much for stopping by. Big up yourself, Debbie Jervis TV. Big up yourself, humanity on a whole. Big up yourself, Miss Yellow. Big up on yourself, silent listener. Always manners, respect. Enough. As we proceed, people, enjoy on the afternoon anywhere on the day. I'm out.